Tonight, in the briefing room, the Prime Minister addresses gun violence amongst local gangs. Efforts underway to keep St. Lucia's youth meaningfully engaged. Cabinet ministers go on the record in our Point Blank segment featuring some of our local press. And Groil opens a new recreational park. I'm Melissa Paul, Press Secretary to the Prime Minister. Tonight, Prime Minister Honorable Philip J. Pierre has issued a clear call for an end to gun violence. His statement follows the tragic shooting in the capital this past weekend, which claimed 2 lives and caused deep concern across the nation.
This senseless violence must come to an end. We will not allow the safety of our streets and communities to be compromised by those who have clearly lost respect for human life. We can, and every effort will be made to break the cycle of violence, particularly violence among gangs seeking reprisals.
In a statement on the matter, Prime Minister Pierre says immediately after the incident, he convened a meeting with the High Command of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force for an update on their plans to restore safety to the island's communities.
We are working tirelessly to gather evidence, interview witnesses, and track down the perpetrators. Our technical and investigative teams are fully engaged, and we are confident in our ability to resolve those cases.
The Prime Minister also reminds citizens that the fight against crime is a collective effort involving multiple agencies as well as cooperation of the public.
I know that many St. Lucians feel anxious and frustrated. Your feelings are real. I hear them, I share them, and I assure you that the police will take all necessary action to ensure that these situations are brought under control.
You're watching In the Briefing Room. When we come back, the government deploys additional measures to keep the nation's youth gainfully engaged, and the town of Groil opens its own recreational park.
In December 2024, 79 new police recruits joined the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. This December, another 80 officers will graduate. By the end of 2025, that's 159 new officers trained, ready, and on the street. This 1.24 million investment, made possible by the reinstatement and increase in the police training budget, is part of this government commitment to fighting crime and protecting every citizen. Your government is working for you.
Welcome back. This year, the government's summer employment program has accommodated more than 200 secondary and tertiary level students who are currently participating in internships across government service centers. Minister for Labour, Honorable Virginia Albert Poyot, outlines some of the areas of focus.
We look at how we can provide opportunities to develop important personal and professional work skills, such as team, effective communication, problem solving, and conflict management. These skills are essential for their personal growth and future employment. So while they are still in school, they are already trying to adapt to the work environment.
The government remains committed to providing opportunities for St. Lucia's youth through several programs under the Youth Economy Agency. When we return inside the briefing room, the local press ask our ministers point-blank questions and new equipment to make your daily commutes a little smoother.
Here's what you can expect this school year. $250,000 for free feminine hygiene products in schools. Temporary teachers will now be paid in August grants to private early childhood centers will increase from $2,500 $3,000 per school. The tuition subsidy for children, private early childhood, pre-K schools will double from $50 to $100 per child. Your government is working for you.
Welcome back. The much anticipated Groil Recreational Beach Park has officially opened, turning vision into reality. According to Tourism Minister Dr. Ernest Hilaire, the park is just the beginning of several projects in the constituency.
So can you just imagine 30 more yachts docking right in the bay? But it's an opportunity either for the council or for some authority to collect revenue. Because in Soufrière with the SMMA, the Soufrière Maritime Authority, they actually collect revenue from the vessels that do more there. So it's an opportunity for Groil to be able to earn some revenue by instituting the right infrastructure and institution to do so.
MP for Groil, Honorable Kenson Kazimi, highlighted the importance of the park.
I want to say thanks to the mayor and the council as they prepare to take hold of this facility and to maintain this facility. I want to say thanks to the people of Groil, and I want to make a special plea to all of them. This is our facility. Take care of this facility. Report anybody who attempts to vandalize this facility. I want to say thanks to the Ministry of Tourism for their counsel over the years. I want to say thanks to the Ministry of Local Government for their counsel. And I want to say once again, thanks to the Prime Minister and the Cabinet of Ministers for their support over during the last 4 years. And I certainly look forward to many more of these loving gestures to the people of Groil over the next 10 years. I thank you.
And now, it's time to go point blank, where our pool of reporters gets straight to the heart of the matter. This is the question and answer session.
Residents of Lage have expressed dissatisfaction over, or they have said that they are upset over a shop which is being constructed at their bus stop. What they are particularly annoyed about is that there was no community consultation. What do you say to this?
Okay, let me correct the record that whatever is happening in the Lage Gap, this has been a part of a community transformation project. And the first thing we did a major cleanup. We actually did about 10 loads of solid waste that we removed in that location. And we cleaned, we planted flowers. And we had about 30 persons from the community who participated in that project. And actually we had children because we wanted them to take ownership of what's happening in the Lage community. In fact, we have done about 7 communities where we do a similar project. So the fact that they said there was no community participation, there is no truth in that matter.
Many of the perpetrators of these crimes are young men. What do you say to young men in particular about their involvement in criminal activities, and how would you encourage them to stay away from that?
We seem to be thinking that the matter of crime reduction is unilateral. It deals only with the Office of the Prime Minister or the Minister of National Security. It's not. It's a holistic. Many areas of government are dealing with crime reduction. Many areas. The Ministry of Sports with their professional football, their professional cricket. Scores of young people are getting paid to play cricket and football, getting paid every month. That can be seen as a crime reduction strategy. You may recall what's been done by the Ministry of Equity can also be seen as a crime reduction strategy. The upliftment of our communities by ensuring that there's a level of short-term employment can be seen as a crime reduction strategy. So we should not believe that crime reduction strategy only deals with the Minister of National Security.
I know you said that you don't get into the operational matters of the police, but allow me to ask one that maybe hinges more on the line of legislative. Given the situation which unfolded in Castries on Saturday, which stoked some fear, as well as the escalating situation over the past 2 months within some communities in Castries, has there been any consideration to deem the area an escalated crime area, as that was one thing your administration would have put forward that is of the use to the police. Has that come up in any conversations? Has there been any consideration for that?
Escalated crime areas are given on the advice of the police, and the police have not advised me as yet on to do that.
The Ministry of Infrastructure recently took charge of an important piece of equipment critical to the proper maintenance of the island's road network. According to Infrastructure Minister Honorable Stephenson King, the pothole patcher truck will help ease the stress of the daily commutes.
So what are we expecting? We are expecting that on a daily basis, not occasionally, but on a daily basis, that pothole patcher will be on our roads, particularly the primary road network, the Julian R. Hunt Highway, the West Coast and the East Coast, the cross-country road, the Badlil, and where necessary, when there is insufficient work to be done along those routes, to move into major communities and to assist in the pothole repairs and the maintenance of our road.
Also attending the brief handover ceremony was Prime Minister Honorable Philip J. Pierre, who gave the green lights for the acquisition of the road repair equipment.
Hopefully, if all things go well, we see if we can get another one, so we can have one in the north and one in the south. We can have two of them at some point, so then we can continuously stop the irritation of falling in the pothole. So even though the road may not be as smooth as you want it to be, we can stop the irritation. So this is where we're going. And I'm speaking to the technical director. He told me that the staff that the St. Lucian staff that he trained were very receptive, and he thought that they would be able to operate it well. So I want to thank him and thank the staff for doing what they always do to the best of their ability.
Get the facts straight from the source in the briefing room. For the latest government press briefings, policies, programs, and projects that matter to you, from national security to health, education, and economic growth, it's all in the briefing room. Join the Prime Minister's Press Secretary, Melissa Paul, in the briefing room, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. on HTS, Thursdays at 15 p.m. on MBC, and on Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. on NTN. In the briefing room, facts matter. In the briefing room, people matter.
And that's our show. Thanks for joining us. Remember to stay informed, stay engaged, and I'll see you next time right here inside the briefing room. I'm Melissa Paul. Good night.